Hey guys, Michael A here. I'm sorry I haven't done a tutorial in a while, but I'm back and I'm here to do another tutorial. Sorry if I'm talking kind of quietly, it's like 3 a.m. But anyway, I'm going to teach you how to do a hands-up bass. Now, I've seen some hands-up bass tutorials out there, but there's not any that are like really good, so I'm going to try to change that. I'm not saying that this is really good, but it's more so the hands-up that is more dance to and everything. I haven't seen many of these electro hands-up basses, the pitch basses, tutorials out there. So anyway, what I have here is I have a hands up loop from one of my songs I'm working on, and I just sampled it and I just spammed it literally throughout the playlist. It's 142 BPM, and then I have a Sylenth1 on its initial patch, and that's doing this cool little thing. I turned on, if you look down here, I turned on the portamento and I turned it up a bit. About 4.19, and so if I go into here, oh, I'm stupid, you can see what I did. I ended up pitching it down on the last 16th note, so it pitches down, and that's kind of like a trademark thing in hands up basses. It makes it really bouncy and it makes the whole track full of energy. We can even shorten that actually a bit. Perfect. Oops. Don't be afraid to use the none up here. I use it all the time. Oh, I keep just messing things up here. So to start off with the bass, start with a blank Sylenth1 patch. Turn down oscillator A1 -2 and change it to a square. Oscillator A2 over here, turn it into a saw, and then have it go down to -1. Turn the phase up ever so slightly, actually not ever so slightly, to about 102 degrees, or 101, 102. So if you already start to notice, we already got like a nice little thick bass going on. You can go into part B, and you can turn the octave down to -1, turn the voice up to 1, and you can keep the phase at 0 degrees. In oscillator B2, turn the octave down to -2, saw wave in one voice, and turn the phase up. You might want to mess with the phase a little bit. It's going to be a little tricky because every little way you turn it, it kind of has a new sound, but just fiddle with it and find what you like. Okay, send part A and B through a low pass filter and turn the drive up to about 0.9 on both of them. You don't have to be exact. Turn the resonance up a bit, about 0.95. What I like to do is I like to attach the cutoff to the modulation envelope 1, and then I'll turn the cutoff up a bit, and then turn the amount up a bit. Now turn the distortion on, and we don't need it this much, so turn it down to about 1/4. About a little more than 1/4, and then dry wet to whatever you want. You can go to the EQ, turn it on. I like to bring the treble down and the bass all the way up, and then mess with this frequency band and see where I'm at. I think about there needs boosted, so I'll turn it down. And I'll do the same with the treble. You don't want to boost it too much because we're about to have a treble, another bass that we're going to layer. Alright, that's about fine. Clone this one. By the way, I both have these routed to effects channel 2, and I have a kick there that's going through a multi-band compressor. and it's sidechain to channel 2. Well, it's not sidechain, but I right click and did sidechain to this track. So copy and paste the piano roll to the second one. Turn mix B off, and what you're going to want to do with this, change it back to a saw wave, turn the octave up to 0, and then on oscillator A2, turn the octave up to 1. Both 1. Make sure to turn the volume down on these. Okay, you can turn the volume down on this one now. So you don't want it to be too much, but it does add a lot of harmonics to it. So these are both routed to FX channel 2 now. And what I'll usually do is I'll throw a little bit of EQ on it. Where are we at, EQ? There we are. There we go. Make sure you cut the low bass a little bit. And I love to throw a multi-band compressor on, and sometimes I'll just tweak it to my desired, but usually I'll end up doing the mastering preset. To me, it kind of smooths everything out. Mastering, or I will use the, where is it, general purpose. So with the kick, it sounds like this. Oops, that's not it. But usually I like to sidechain it, so on the kick channel. Oh, I totally forgot. This is going to be a loop. Well, anyways, if I were to sidechain it, I just recorded this and I had like an actual kick in there before I threw the loop in there, so that's kind of where that came from. But if I were to sidechain this, I could still, this might actually sound interesting. I would throw a limiter on it, and I would change it to the compressor, right click sidechain, kick, and then I would turn the threshold down and just go crazy with it here. Oh, that kind of sounds cool. You know, you can mess with it. Wave Shaper's a really cool plugin that I like throwing on my basses. You can get some really thick basses from that. And you can just go crazy with the lead. This is pretty good. It's also can be used if you want to turn it up a bit. Let me see, 172. Let me change this really quick. Give me a second. So how's your lives? Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Well, it's still on step. Oh no. Oh no. Technical difficulties. So it can also be used for happy hardcore, hands up leads, UK hardcore. Pretty much the same principle. If you want, you can even take out the pitch bend. Or you can do what I did and sample in here. I pretty much took something exactly like this, faded it out, reversed it, and it gives a nice, really cool reverse bass. Obviously, I put a lot of distortion on it, but still sounds cool, I guess. I'm actually using it, or I used it in one of my songs, so you can get some really cool sounds. This can also be a lead if you tweak it the right way, or at least it could just be some nice things in there. Hope you guys found this tutorial helpful. If you did, just subscribe, like it. Appreciate the support, guys. The other videos got a lot of views, and I don't know how. I just made them really quick, kind of like this video. But thank you for